Minecraft just respawned the Copper Golem from the 2021 mob vote, and is actually a big step forward by taking a few steps back. We finally get a mob from the previous mob votes, even though Minecraft said they would never revive the mobs and that they would be lost to history. Now that's been disproven, and we could finally potentially get other mobs from previous mob votes as well. In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single mob that has lost the Minecraft mob vote, from which one I think is the best, all the way to which one I think is the worst. Now, of course, the first one's going to be the Wildfire for the 2017 mob vote. Now, the Wildfire was just kind of like a defense type blaze. The Wildfire was going to have a couple attacks. The first one being where it spawned a few blazes around it to help fight against the player. And the second one was going to have a massive shockwave which pushes the player back and helps the blaze defend itself. Now, the reason I want the Wildfire to be added to the game is pretty simple. The Nether's kind of basic. I mean, yeah, there are pretty like difficult biomes, but the Nether Fortress hasn't had an update in so long. And we're pretty used to the wither skeletons and blazes there, even though at some point they made it to where regular skeletons can be added now. But let's be honest, the Wildfire would be an amazing addition to the Nether Fortress and probably even give it its own little room or some kind of structure of its own inside of the game. I think that'd be amazing, and I think they should definitely add the Wildfire next. The next mob on my list is the Iceologer. Now, I actually voted for the Iceologer during the mob vote, but a certain YouTuber kind of rigged that one and ruined it for everybody. So thank you for that. The Iceologer was in the 2020 Minecraft Live mob vote. It was alongside the Moonbloom and the Glow Squid, and we all know which one won. But the Iceologer was going to be able to spawn on the mountain peak, which would have been perfect for the Caves and Cliffs update. And it was going to be throwing ice chunks at you. Just massive chunks of ice just going to be raining down on your head. And I thought it was going to be a perfect addition for the game. It would have been amazing to be able to get these new biomes, new structures, everything. And just massive mountains finally into the game and have an exclusive mob be a part of it. But, yeah, you know what we got. At my number 3 spot, I put the Tough Golem. Now, let's all be honest, I think the Tough Golem would have been an amazing addition to the game, especially since the Sniffer wasn't actually what we all thought it was going to be. The Tough Golem was pretty much just going to sit there and kind of display your items in hand like so, and that was pretty much it. He would sometimes stand still and then kind of walk around and then hold your item in place. Now, it would have gave Tough a little bit more of a use, but at the same time, all three of these mobs were kind of, terrible. But I would rather have this mob than a Sniffer if I can go back. At number 4, I have the Crab. Now, the Crab was going to spawn exclusively in mangrove biomes, which was kind of odd considering we would all think of crabs to spawn on beaches. But nevertheless, the main thing that the Crab was going to bring to the game is that it was going to drop a claw that would let you extend your reach in the game. So if you get the claw in your offhand, you'd be able to reach blocks a little bit farther than mine, or you can go ahead and place blocks a little bit farther. Now, this wasn't really a game-changing thing, and I'm very glad that I voted the Armadillo. But honestly, if they were to bring this mob back, they are definitely going to have to revamp what it's going to bring to the table, because it's not really anything crazy, but I would still like it to be in the game. If they make it to where you get crab legs and you eat the crab legs. That's my only condition. In 5th place, I want the Barnacle. Now, the Barnacle was actually pretty cool. It was just going to be a squid variant, but whenever you go in the ocean, it would drag you into the ocean and pretty much try to drown you and take all your stuff. I don't know about the last part, but it would definitely try and bring you down to the ocean floor and kill you that way. It was a cool and unique hostile mob in the ocean that would have been way better than the drown that we have. Don't get me wrong, the drown is pretty cool, but I would definitely like to have a swimming creature inside of our oceans that could bring some sort of fear or some sort of terror inside the ocean. Now, it doesn't have to spawn in the daytime. It could be a mob that exclusively spawns in nighttime. I don't know how they would get rid of it, but it's just an idea. The next mob I have on my list is the Golden Monkey. Now, for you guys who don't know, apparently there was a Chinese mob vote, and they had the Golden Monkey, Alligator, some kind of deer, and a few of the mobs. That's apparently how we got the Panda. But nevertheless, I want the Golden Monkey to come back. I don't know why. I just think a monkey in the jungle would probably be very cool. And for the next mob on my list, I want the alligator. Now the alligator I think would be really cool to have inside of a swamp biome, or even the mangrove biomes to make them a little bit more dangerous and harder to get through. The alligator will probably just grab you and probably do its little barrel roll thing, and then do maybe 3 or 4 hearts of damage. Maybe even drop a couple scales so you can get something that's very similar to like leather armor, pretty much. But you know, that's just my thoughts on it. The Great Hunger would be an amazing mob to come back into the Minecraft world. The Great Hunger, I'm pretty sure, burrows into the ground, and then whenever you walk over it, gets up and bites you and brings it to the ground and starts attacking you. Now, other than that, I don't really know much more about the Great Hunger, but I do think it'd be a very, very cool mob to go ahead and be inside Minecraft. Now, these last few mobs I just kind of threw in there because, I mean, they're kind of the bottom of the barrel. I don't really care if they're added or not, but to be honest, I had to rank up anyways, so I put the deer as the next one. Now, I think it'd just be kind of cool to have the deer just kind of run around like the forest or just even in plains biome, just eating grass, like just very similar to how the horse is. Other than that, I don't really have anything else for the deer. The Moon Bloom is next on my list. I just think it'd be kind of cool to have 3 different variants of the cow, even though the cow technically has like, what, 4 since it has a cold and warm variant. It'd still be cool to have a Moon Bloom or flower cow, I guess you would say. And maybe you'd give it a few more variants. You would give like the rose, like the poppy variant, or since it has like a dandelion look, you know, maybe you would get like a rose look or something, you know. That's just my personal. I think it'd be really cool to have. The Rascal, let's be honest, the Rascal was really lame. The only thing it was gonna bring to the table is that it was gonna spawn inside of mine shafts, and if you play hide and seek with it and you catch it 3 times, it was gonna give you enchanted iron pickaxe or some kind of enchanted gear. But by that time, you really don't need the iron pickaxe. If you just grind hard enough, it's really unnecessary to the game. I mean, the Rascal would still be a cool addition to the game. I just wouldn't really want it to be in it, honestly. The Glare was an interesting concept. I believe you're going to be able to find the Glare in Lush Caves biomes, if I'm not mistaken. It was going to let you know if the area was so dark that mobs would be able to spawn and start making noises that way. I don't know what Minecraft was thinking on this one. And let's be honest, the Glare could probably stay out of the entire game. I wouldn't really mind the Glare not coming back. And the last one I have on the list is the White Dolphin. Now, dolphins are already kind of annoying in the game now, considering that when you go near them and you're trying to mine something, you go really, really fast. At least that's my problem with them. Now, if you're just swimming regularly and trying to get away, and they help you out to go faster, that is amazing. But I find it to be having more inconveniences than convenience, you know? Even if you want to like get one for like, let's say a mob farm or something, they end up just dying because they have to have both air and water to live. So you have to make it to where there's like a little area to where the water is there and air. But even then, they still somehow die if you get an unloaded chunks, and if they stay in the area too long. If they stay in the air area too long, they die. If they stay in the water area too long, they die. They're kind of a ridiculous bunch, honestly. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully they add a few more of these mobs into the game, and if they do, hopefully they're actually the good ones that I would really like, and maybe not something like the Glare. But nevertheless, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.